Hi, I'm still getting set up. I thought this challenge started tomorrow, but it starts today, but I'm ready. Let's do this. Yes, I'm going to make a superstar. 6-day superstar blanket. I finished my star, but if you did not finish yours, feel free to work on yours. It's totally okay. Just going to hang out for a few minutes while people arrive. How is everyone tonight? I don't even know what size hook I'm going to use with this bad boy. Let's see. It says to use a 6, which means I need to start with a 7. So let me make sure I have a 7 here. That's a J. So I think, is J 7? Does anybody know? I think I have a, what is this? I think this is 7, actually. Hey, Ashley. Superstar requires an extremely loose tension, even more loose than the star blanket. It's got to be really, I think I have to mirror this, right? If I flip. Let me see. How do I do it? Enhance, mirror your video. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I figured that out last time. It has to be mirrored or it's going to look like I'm crocheting left-handed. Let me find myself over here so I can follow comments. Wonder why it's not showing me that I'm live. Maybe because it's not 9 o'clock. Sorry, I'm just trying to log in over here so that, it says login success. What do you know? Aha, all right. Yeah, I did it. Technology. It's truly your friend. Okay, let's see who's there. Kelly's here. It says Beth Elliott's here. That's me. I'm here. I'm present. How's everybody doing? Are y'all ready to crochet? Did you get your star blanket, superstar blanket pattern off of the internet, or did you, are you still working on your star blanket, or what are y'all doing? I'm going to start a new superstar. I'm going to use this. This is my friend's wallpaper. She wants me to crochet a blanket for her to go in her beach house. She has a beach house here on the Outer Banks that she rents out to people, Airbnb, and she also hangs out there, and this is her wallpaper. She said she's going to put the blanket away when she rents it out so it doesn't get stolen, because you know it will, because it's going to be awesome. So that's the wallpaper, and then this is the yarn that I have, and I think I'm going to have to deconstruct a little bit. Like, I don't think that bright pink is really going to go. I don't know about this right here. I feel like that does kind of match this, like this little leafy part right here. I think I could get away with that. Let's see the other colors. Oh my gosh, it's backwards. camera just shut off. I don't know why. Yeah, these I think work. Maybe not this one. It's really hard going backwards. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Oh, and I have this one with purples too. I think these all go really well. The purples, and then this maybe not this brown down here, but like this wine color I think is gonna be a good accent. So we'll see what we do. I'm going to, let me just open a couple of these up. I'm going to deconstruct, which I don't usually do. I usually let it flow. So we'll see how I do with this, because I've noticed with the little deconstruction project that I'm doing right now with doing granny squares, that the yarn just does not go as far when you deconstruct. If you want to make it all the way around a row without it, without it stopping in the middle, you might have to actually go into 2 cakes, for that one thing. So where's my scissors? I need to stop moving things and putting them other places. Hey, knitting gnomes, how you doing? Thanks for sharing the video, Quilted Treasures. All right, so I'm going to start with this purple because I know she really loves purple. So I'm going to just start it off with a bang and see where it goes. And the rest of these, I have a couple of these, just this for, those longer rows when it starts to get really long. I don't know how this is going to work. The only thing I'm a little worried about is none of them have this like aqua blue color in it right there. So we'll see. Also, look what I found when I was looking for something else. This is one of their alpha hooks. Look how nice it is. This was super expensive and I never use it. Oh, it's an M. I bet it's going to be the exact right size. So I'm going to set that out to use that. That'll be a treat. And I have this really super nice metal box. It's like you would I don't know, keep a weapon or something in here. Pull that out. That's a really nice box. And then let's see, it says to start with a 6mm, so I'm going to start with I believe this is a 6.5. So it's just 9 o'clock now. So I'm doing the, hi knitting gnomes, I'm doing the 6-day. I don't know why Alexa's talking. Alexa, stop. I'm doing the 6-day Superstar. 6-day Superstar blanket. So you've heard of the 6-day star blanket. It is 7 points knitted in the round, and the Superstar starts out, all three 6-day star, 6-day Superstar, 6-day Supernova all start with the same 8 setup rounds, or 9 setup rounds, 8 setup rounds, and then it changes after that. So hold on, I just remembered that I need to set this up so that, I guess it is set up so that people can request to join. So we might see Courtney. So Star, Superstar, and Supernova. The 6-day star has 7 points. The 6-day Superstar starts out the same way with 7 points, but then on the 9th setup round, we add in points in between those other points. So it ends up having 14 points, and it's almost round. It's round with points. And then the 6-day Supernova, it also starts out the same way. It grows the same way the star does. And then after a repeat or 2 repeats of the pattern, then you add the extra points in, and so then some of the points are big and some of the points are small. So there you go. There are 3. I cannot do anything one way. It's just how I am. I'm a pain in the butt. So we did the star, and now I'm doing the superstar, and nobody really asked me to do it. I just, I have videos on YouTube, and I'm not really great at doing tutorials, and I also don't think that my patterns are conducive to only doing from video tutorials, but I know that a lot of people think that they can't read patterns, and I have a lot of thoughts about that, which I won't go into, but I don't think that my patterns can only be video only. I don't think they can just be conveyed with video, but I know that a lot of people need a little extra help, especially, when Sissy Hankshaw posted her video and it went viral. A lot of people wanted to learn how to crochet just to make the star blanket. So those people definitely needed help with some video. So the reason I'm doing this crochet along, this is all to say that I wanted to make some more videos to help people out. And I also wanted to have a way for people to feel like they were crocheting along with somebody and not, just sitting there alone. So my videos will help, but they're not like row by row, stitch by stitch instruction, but they'll definitely help. And I'll try to go slow. So yeah. Let's see. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Hey, Mama J. What's up, girl? All right, I'm going to put this up top so you can see my hands. And I'm doing a lot of different stuff. You don't care. You just want to crochet. Okay, here we go. I'll just show that. Don't look at my mess, but this is hard to do because it's backwards. That is the purple one is the snowflake effect, and then the star blanket on top of it is the sweetheart star. I got that out to look at it for something. So that's the 6-day sweetheart star, and it's basically just the star blanket, but I give you the color changes so you can make that Australian confetti effect, and that's the 6-day sweetheart blanket right there, and that thing on the pillow is the 6-day great granny blanket. So it's a granny square with the 6-day stitches, and it is in progress. Release that hopefully really soon. Okay, it says the host is away and we'll be back, but I'm here. The host is back. Make some noise. You don't have to make noise. What the heck? Okay. You're getting a lot of... This was better last time. I'm really bad at this. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Why am I never prepared? And this is going to have to go up here, and I'm going to have to plug in so I don't die. Okay. Let's see if that's going to work. I have to wait for it to catch up. There, I think that's going to be better. Okay. Let's do this. You'll make me a great granny. You want a friend that is dyslexic and can't read patterns. She does better with verbal instruction. Yeah, I know some people do need it, but I also think there are a lot of people that can't read patterns or think they can't read patterns because there are a lot of badly written patterns out there and they've been burned. So they're like, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I just don't do video only patterns I just don't, it's just not possible. But yeah. Not with these. Okay. How did I do this last time? This seemed so much easier last time. Okay, so I'm going to start with a slip knot. And it's still can't see anything. There we go. Yep, they're all in patterns, and I have video tutorials too, but like I said, they're there to help. They're not, you know, I know some people do video only patterns and I don't do them. I do written patterns. All right, let's do this. Let's rock and roll here. I'm tired of fiddling with this thing. Let's go. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Okay, let me pause because this is not, you guys can't see anything at all. I have to move this over. I think I had it further over before. Yes, I think this is what I did. Okay. Okay, this looks better. I can see it now, and I think you all can see it too. Chain 4 and slip stitch to form a ring. And I don't start blankets or granny squares with magic circle or magic loop or whatever it's called. I always chain and join. And then we're going to chain 3. Counts as first double crochet, and then 13 double crochet into the ring. So the chain 1 plus the 13 is 14 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus one more is 14. So you count your chain 3 as 1 and you should have 14, and then join with the slip stitch to the first one. Oh, I was going to make it a little bit bigger. Knitting Gnomes took a quick peek at my website, and what? You're saying you dropped a lot of money? Or you think it's expensive? All my patterns are free on my site. You can access them for free and just scroll the ads. I'll still get paid. Okay, I'll take it. But you can seriously have it for free too. No worries. If you really want all of them, join my membership community. And if you're there for a year, you'll have everything. And you'll have all the stuff that's coming out that I haven't released. Also, it's great. And we have meetings like this, and we talk and we crochet together all the time. It's a great community. It's called the Betty McKnitiverse. It's awesome. All right, set up round 2. Let's do this. Chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch, and 2 double crochet in each stitch around. So somebody told me that they wanted to make this. I don't know if they're here or maybe they'll come back and watch the replay, but they wanted to make this, instead of having 14 points, they wanted to make it 16 points. And the way that I think you would do that would be just to put 2 additional double crochet in this first round and then follow the pattern the same. I don't know if it will lie flat though. That's the only thing I gotta say. I don't know if it will lie flat, but you can try it. 2 double crochet in each stitch around. All of the star blankets start out with these same first rounds, and this is probably all I'll get to tonight, is the first 8 rounds. It takes about an hour for me to do them if I'm, going slow, so that people can follow along. Yeah, it's a really great little group, and we have a lot of community events. It's super fun. And as I do more and more stuff in there, there's like a library of stuff to do. So the longer I'm doing it, like the more there is, the more value that's in it. Okay, and then we join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. My motto is lay it down and admire it. So I always try and lay my work down at the end of every round and just take a look at it. And plus I'm letting you take a look at it. And I stretch my hands, I roll my shoulders, and I, take a little rest, breathe. And I look it over and I go, wow, I did that. Okay, set up round 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Y'all let me know if my hands go off camera because it's delayed. Chain 3, double crochet. So unless the pattern says to double crochet in the same stitch, you move along the arc. And most people know that, but because in the last round I had you do 2 double crochet in each stitch, this is a common place where people get tripped up. They will do these things into the same stitch and not realizing that they're making a mistake, and then they end up with ruffling. So if your star blanket cups, then your hook is too small. But if it ruffles, you have made a mistake and you have too many stitches. Okay, now I'm going to chain 3, 2 double crochet. And it does not say 2 double crochet in the same stitch, so I just work across the stitches. Chain 1, 2 double crochet. Let me go ahead and turn this off actually. Chain 3, 2 double crochet. This, I believe, I lost the sticker on this one, but I believe it's a K hook, which is a 6.5, I think, a 6.5 millimeter hook. And I have this. I'm going to, in a few rows, I'm going to move up to this alpha, which is an M. I'm going to move up to this one. These blankets, these star blankets, they're not quite circular, so they require very loose tension so that they don't cup. But so far it's still laying flat. So this is 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, all the way around the work. Whoops. This yarn is that Karen Ogo Colorama, I believe it's called. Karen Ogo Colorama. And it says that it's a 5 weight, bulky, 5 bulky, and it asks for a 6. So for the Superstar blanket, whatever it asks for, go up at least 0.5 millimeter or a full millimeter from the recommended hook for this Superstar. And then have at least 1/2 millimeter, 1 millimeter, or even 1 or 2 sizes bigger on hand. Because most of us experience some tight tension especially with the Superstar. The Superstar seems to be the worst for this. You will experience some cupping, and then it's okay on the row after the cupping starts to jump up a hook size and keep going. This purple is really pretty and springy. I need to slow down. Chain 1 is the end, and then slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 at the start of the round. So all these holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do I have 8? Wait a minute. 5. No, I only have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are going to be the points of the star, and these chain 1 spaces, you should have 7 of those also, are going to be the valley. Those 7 points and 7 valleys. Hey Nancy, hey Goth Fairies, it's Courtney. Courtney, were you asking to join? Have you requested to join? Because I haven't been able to see that if you did. Just type in the chat if you did, because I can see the chat. But if you're join requesting, I didn't see it. Set up round 4, slip stitch in the next double crochet and into the chain 3 space. So I'm just trying to get over here so I can start my round there. Chain 3, 2 double crochet. Oops. Oh my goodness. My tension is super loose. Maybe I'll just bump up this hook right now. Bump it up. Ooh, that feels different. Chain 3. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Now I know why I never use this alpha, because I don't like it. Ah. Okay, so going around on this row, you're going to put a 3, 3, 3 in each of these spaces. And then a DC3 together in each of the chain 1 spaces. So you're going to go DC3 together. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull up a loop, all in the same space. Pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. And then pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So this is going to be the pattern going around 3, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space, DC3 together in the chain 1 space. DC3 together in the chain 1 space. These Ogos are, they are okay because they don't tangle when you first start them up, but they feel like working from the outside of the skein or the ball, which is not something I normally do, but that's what they feel like to me. I really love this purple though that's coming off of here. Thanks for sharing the live, Courtney. I can't see how many people are on. Exactly. Knitting gnomes. Exactly. That wooden hook was just too light for me. I don't know. Thank you, Courtney. It just, there's something about the weight of the Odyssey. It allows me to relax my hand. And that lightweight hook, I have to like grip it really hard. It's so weird because it seems like it would be the other way around. But yeah, the way I always describe the Odyssey hooks is like when I was young, actually for most of my life, I still consider myself a dancer. I've been a dancer my whole life, and when I was a little girl, I wanted to take baton lessons like the big girls at the dance studio doing their dance in their silver boots, their white boots, their go-go boots, and their silver and blue costumes. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to be them so bad, and I wanted to do the parades where you march down the street with your baton. So, when you're little, your mom goes to like the dollar store, where I don't think we had dollar store back then, but let's just say Kmart or wherever, and you get like the $2 toy baton, out of the toy section. And I had that, and it's like you can't do anything with it because it's not weighted, right? And then when I finally was able to take baton lessons for real and I got my own baton, they measure you and then they send away for a baton, or I don't know, maybe somebody's dad just cut a piece of metal in my size and then they put the two, weighted knobs on the end of it, the rubber knobs. And I got my own baton and it was my size and it was weighted and I could just like do so much with it and it just felt so real. And that's what Odyssey hooks feel like to me. They feel like the real baton. I've told that story so many times and I still crack myself the heck up every time I think about it. I'm like still such a little kid in my mind. Especially since crochet, I've been doing it since I was about the same age I started twirling baton. So there's a lot about it that takes me back. Whoops. Yeah, I know I have some of my moderators, they don't, they can't use anything heavy because of injury, hand and wrist injury. And also, like, if you hold like that, I think it doesn't work. But yeah, for me, it's like the perfect hook. And like so many other things, when I saw them, I was like, no, I'm never buying that. And then one day I bought one and I was like, it felt like the baton, the real baton. I was like, I was literally hooked. Yeah, the streamlines are too light for me too, but I do like the larger streamlines. Like this one is not that large. It's a K and it's not that large, but I do like the larger ones. Plus, they're so pretty. I mean, they're nice to have on hand for like photographs. Okay, so that was setup round 4. You have long fingers. Oh, wow. I have short, stubby, fat fingers. And I'm proud of it. All right, let's see what I did here on setup round 5. I feel like this is a round that a lot of people email me about, and they're like, what the heck are you talking about? So this is what bothers people. Slip stitch into the gap just below your hook between the DC 3 together and the 3 double crochet. So that might be what confuses people, because that's not really a 3 double crochet, it's a chain. So maybe it should say between the DC 3 together and the chain 3. So you do a slip stitch. And the only reason we're going back there is because I want to start from this hole. I don't want to start from the top of the chain 3. So it's chain 2 and then DC 2 together in the same space. Okay, so that's what that ends up looking like. And I am going to change. I'm going to try this hook, which is an N. It's a little bigger than this one, which is an M. But I don't know where my M, my Odyssey M is. I know it's black, but I don't know where I put it. I thought it was, I thought I knew where it was, and it wasn't there. Let's see. Thanks for the likes, y'all. I set you aside. Thank you for your service. Oh, and I get to do purple with purple. Okay, so I know what I wanted to say when I set this down. So in this blanket, in the 6-day kit blanket, you have 2 of these stitches and they lean like this and they create the bottom of the chevron. And in the star blanket, there's only 1 at the bottom of the chevron, of the bottom of the dip. And then there's 1 on either side of it. So in the 6-day kid blanket, it's like 2 and 2. But in this blanket, if you're familiar with the 6-day kid blanket, this might be confusing to you. There's only 1 DC 3 together on the bottom row, and then 1 on either side of it on the second row of clusters. Okay, so that's what we're going to do around this. We're going to make 1 DC 3 together on each side of the DC 3 together in the row below. And then we're going to do a 3, 3, 3 in each point around. And that's going to be the row, the round rather. And if you are, I've already increased my hook size. If you are experiencing any curling, you can see I have a tiny bit of curl. It's not a lot, but I do have some. So if you're experiencing any, as soon as you notice it, bump up your hook to the next size. I'm making a big jump here. It's probably a little larger than I really need to, but later on I would need to probably jump up again anyways. So that's why I say have 2 hooks on hand. Start 1/2 millimeter up from what the yarn label tells you, 1/2 millimeter or a full millimeter, and have 2 hooks, hook sizes larger than that, ready to go. Yeah, I just find it kind of annoying to have to keep stopping to pull this yarn. It feels nice though. It's very nice yarn. It's very nice acrylic yarn. It's a little heavier than worsted, so I like that. I like heavy yarns. I like thick yarns. I like chunky. I am chunky, and so I like chunky. Let's see, I have a question over here. How did we start this round? This is round 5, and it's the funky round that starts by slip stitching into the space between the DC3 together and the chain 3 from the start of the last round. And then you chain up 2 and you do a DC2 together. It counts as DC3 together. That's how the round began. So there's going to be 1 DC3 together on each side of the DC3 together from the row below. And then a 3, 3, 3 in each point. And all of the star blankets begin the same way with the same 8 rounds. And this is round 5. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Thanks for following. I'll be here every night. I'll be here all week. I'll be here every night this week at 9 p.m. to work on this blanket for you. It's not a full-on tutorial, but I'm trying to go slow and explain everything that I do. And I will be downloading the recording and posting it on my YouTube channel, so it'll be there for you if you need to refer back to it. And I have some other instructional videos for this blanket too that I have some kind of crappy ones, so I want to make a few more that are a little bit better than what I've got posted. And yeah, just have some resources for you. Video help with the pattern, but please don't try to just only follow the pattern, the video to do these patterns, because there's too much information that you'll miss. So if you do have difficulty reading patterns, look at the pattern and follow along and refer back to the pattern. Make sure you read it, because there's lots of information there, and I just forget to say everything. I have tons of free resources in my Facebook group, the 6-Day Kid Blanket. We only work on 6-day stuff in that group. We do blankets, 6-day blankets, 6-day star blankets, 6-day, I have wearables that I have developed and more that I'm working on. I just released a 6-day granny square. So any of those 6-day projects, if you are working on them and you have trouble, you have a question, you have any kind of problem, you can get help in that group. 6-Day Kid Blanket on Facebook. And then I have a membership community called the Betty McKnitiverse. Costs about $11 a month to be part of it, or $111 for a year. And at the end of the year, you get 2, 3, 4 free patterns a month. By the end of the year, of 1 year, you'll have my whole library, my whole pattern library, and I give away a ton of free content too. And we have courses and classes in there, Zoom meetings every week. Crochet alongs, knit alongs. If you want to join the Facebook group, just search 6-Day Kid Blanket on Facebook. Make sure you answer all the questions. We also don't let people in with fake names or no profile picture, or you only have 2 friends on Facebook, stuff like that. Just because we've had scammers, you know, all that stuff. Trying to go super slow for you guys. And if you want to join the membership community, it's bettymcnidiverse.com. I'm pretty sure all the links are in my link tree in my bio. And my YouTube channel, my Instagram, I'm Betty McKnit everywhere. Wow, I am in love with this blanket already. I love this purple. Yeah. All right. So I'll check for you when I'm off the live. I'm the only person that admits people to the group now. I used to have help with that, but yeah. I'll just do everything myself now. Okay, so at the end of the round, I'm going to be doing a DC3 together in the space, the last space. I'm almost out of this purple yarn, so I'm thinking changing colors might be next. Oh, sorry. Thank you. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that DC3 together. And there we go. Look how pretty that is. Trying to zoom. I'm trying to zoom in out. There we go. Okay, so in that round, I have a DC3 together in each space before and after the DC3 together in the row below. And then in the chain 3 space, I have a 3-3-3. I'm going to see if I have enough to get around. The next round is a single crochet round, so I might have enough to get around with single crochets with this color. If not, I'm going to have to rip it back, because if you're using self-striping yarn, you do not want any mid-row color changes until you get past like 8, 9, even 10 rounds for this one. That's okay, my dear. I'll be here tomorrow. Thank you, Mary. What was I saying? Yeah, you don't want to change colors mid-row for this pattern until you get beyond like round 10. Okay, so round 6, chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and then we're going to mark this, because this, when you come back around, this is your last stitch here. This DC3 together is your last stitch. This is your slip stitch, and this is your chain up. So you don't want to work those as stitches. You're going to start creating problems and miscounts for yourself. So mark this. So after you do this, work this stitch. On the way back, you're going to jump over these two and slip stitch to join right there. Okay, so in this round, every stitch gets a single crochet, and then in the chain 3 space, you make 3 single crochet. And then look, a lot of you are talking about with the granny square, and sometimes I see this with stars. Your granny square is going wonky, so you have to flip every row, but you're missing this. So there's 3 double crochet right there. 1, 2, 3. This is the top of this one. So sometimes it's easy for that guy to hide because I just worked into the space. So make sure, check your projects. Make sure you're working that stitch because that's what's making your stuff twist. Okay, and then my 2 DC 3 together, and then 1, 2, 3. I have stitch counts in the pattern, but I'm not big on counting. But at this point, I know where all the stitches go, so I don't end up with problems or issues. But this is a stitch that gets missed a lot. And if your work is if your work is twisting and twirling, then that is probably why. I don't know, I'm playing yarn chicken on this row. I might be ripping this row out because this is what I mean. I would have to go into, if I insisted on doing this round in this color and I didn't have enough yarn, I'd have to go into another, I'd have to open up a whole other hank or skein or whatever the heck these things are called. What's up, Mountain Mama? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. All right, pull this out. It's okay, because frogging is your friend. Frogging is our friend. We like frogging. We're cool with it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so I would want to pull the new color through on the slip stitch. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm just going to cut it. Show y'all how to change colors. Let me cut this piece too. Yeah, and then I waste a lot of yarn because now I have a piece this big. And it's good for nothing. If I know I'm not going to make it, I mean, maybe I'll need it later on. Now, do we think that this color matches the wallpaper? I mean, I do. I see it right in there. Y'all agree with me it's okay to put this color in here? I know my friend is like super picky and particular about colors. So if I put one in there that's wrong, it ain't gonna work. All right, so I'm fastening this off. And then what I like to do when I change colors, and you can actually start, if you're changing color on every round, you can start and end anywhere you like. As long as you put all the stitches where they belong. But if you're not starting and ending on every round, you have to start and end at the same place. So I ended here at the top of this DC3 together. So I'm just going to rotate my work, and I'm going to start my new one at the top of a different one, so I don't end up on the back of my work with all my joins going up the same line, the same row of stitches, which turns out to be, really obvious. So I don't know which one. Oh, there's the end there. So I'm going to just go one over, and I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with a standing single crochet, put a slip knot on my hook, and I'm going to start right there. And that is the stitch I'm going to mark. And later on, if you don't like that knot in your work, you can take it out. I don't like knots in my work at all. I rarely tie a knot. Okay. Sorry, I already explained the stitches. It's single crochet in each stitch around and 3 single crochet in the top. Thank you, Mama J, who's asking me. Yeah. Yes, everybody has told me. I didn't know joining the granny square on the corner was a thing, so I'm actually rewriting my granny square to fix it. The 6-day Great Granny Square blanket it's just the Great Granny blanket, will be a corner join. I don't do a lot of granny. All I do is 6-day kid blanket stuff. So I didn't know that was a thing. And several people told me, you're supposed to go to the corner. So I was like, what? And then I went and somebody sent me an article and I went and read it. And I was like, at first I was like, no, it's fine. And then I was like, well, this probably would be better. And then I was like, y'all make me so mad. And then I tried it. And then I was like, yeah, it's better. But I didn't know. I just didn't know. I wasn't trying to make a granny square. It happened because I was trying to figure out how to make a corner. How to make a 6-day kid blanket corner so I could make a poncho. That's what happened. Yeah, Mama J, I'm going to change it. Before I release it. Have you started yours? Hey, Stephanie Berries. Well, I just think it looks better. I mean, I agree with the person. People were saying it's invisible. Did you do the invisible join? And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, nope, I did a slip stitch the regular way because I didn't know what they were talking about. And then somebody on Instagram sent me an article. And they were like, you should look at this. So yeah, at first I was mad, but then I was like, this is better. I'm grateful. And it also gave me another idea. Which I haven't told any. Well, I told the people, and we had our McKnitiverse craft and chat this morning, and I told those people about my idea, and I showed them what I spent yesterday doing with my idea, and Yeah, there's going to be another thing. I'm not making any sense, right? When you know, you'll know. You'll be like, oh, she was talking crazy about that on one of her lives. Now I get it. Okay, this is my DC3 together. This is my last stitch of the round. And then I'm going to join where I marked it. Right there. Join with a slip. Okay, I'm just going to do one more round because I'm at time. But I know I had to rip back. But I'm going to do one more round. Set up round 7. And then I'm going to go. So I'm just looking at the pattern, and there is a note after this round that says, if you experience any curling in the setup rounds, to change to a larger hook. Remember to lay your work down after each round and check it and make sure that it's not curling. But I've already jumped up my hook because I had curling back, I don't know, like 2 rows back. So I already bumped up. Okay, round 7. So I have to slip stitch. I have to move over 1 because I want to start from here. And then you chain 3. You could also do a standing double crochet if you wanted to. I did that in the granny square. I feel like it's less obvious in this pattern than in the granny square, but you can do a standing double crochet if you want. And then we're going to double crochet up the mountain. Am I in this on camera? Yeah. And then we're going to put 5 double crochet in the center single crochet. So remember, when you're working in the round, the top of your stitch leans a little bit to the right. So this is my center single crochet. This is the top of it here. And it does feel like it goes a little bit like that. But it'll be fine, trust me. And some people turn their work every other round, they turn the work so that they don't get that leaning back and forth. But I don't. I like the right side being all one. Yeah, if you're using cake yarn on what, your star? I wouldn't let it flow until after like the 8th round. Okay, so on this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet going up to the mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did 6. This is why you lay it down and admire it often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. And then this last double crochet, always of coming down the mountain, always lands at the end of this cluster in between this and this stitch. So whether you count or you just do it visually like me, when you get to the bottom of the mountain, you'll know you're right if that stitch lines up with these 2 stitches. Okay, and then you skip 2, and then it's 4 double crochet going up, 5 in the mountain, 5 in the center, stitch at the top of the mountain, You doing the great granny blanket? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just keep going. It's fine. Really, like those of you that are doing it in the McKnitiverse, if you just check the numbers, that would be, so the pattern's not really going to change that much. It's just going to join in the corner. So just keep going. I won't take the original pattern down. I'll leave it up for you guys so you don't get like halfway through your blanket and you're like, what the heck happened to our, where did it go? Thank you for working on that. Oh, that was good. Yeah, because I changed them up. When they're draft, when it says draft, it's yeah, it's not ready. Lots of things can change. But usually by the time I post it, the meat and potatoes of the pattern don't really change. It's just the sometimes just like the photos or just little tweaks here and there. But this time it's not a rewrite, but it'll throw you off if you don't know, if you don't have a copy. So yeah. Thanks for all the likes and follows, everyone. This is going to be my last round and then I'm going to hit the hay, but I'll be back here tomorrow. You can also find me in the 6-Day Kid Blanket group on Facebook. I'm on there all day long. And this replay will be posted on my YouTube channel. What else? Join me in the Betty McKnitiverse for all the goodies and the extra stuff and to get stuff first that I'm working on before I release it. And also just like pick my brain and give me ideas and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there right now. Tomorrow we are having a meeting to talk about, we're knitting sweaters together. We're knitting The Wonderful Wallaby by Carol Anderson together in that group. So I'm excited about that. I've made that sweater a bunch of times. And if you don't know how to knit, I have a Crocheters Learn to Knit course in there that you can go through. It's a really great little course. Thank you, Finding Shangri-La. Yeah, I would play music on here. I feel like it would be more fun, but then YouTube won't let me post it. So I just sit here in the quiet, listening to the wind. I wish I could open the window and listen to the ocean tonight, but it's too cold. Julie, are you knitting the wallaby with us in the McKnitiverse? Are you doing that? Hey there. Hi, I can hear you from down here. Y'all people are crazy with your usernames. Okay, so I have 2 to skip in the bottom, and then I'm going to connect over here, and this is the end of round 7. Hi, thanks for the follow. You haven't learned how to knit, and learn to knit socks. You need to do that one probably, or at least have access to it. And I don't think I've properly posted that for all of you with all of the content that is required. So there you go, y'all. There's my superstar in progress. Boy, I'm loving these colors. And I do like the yarn, but I don't like pulling it off of this thing. This is not my favorite, but you know, I'm not going to complain. It's okay. It's all right. I prefer a center pull. Maybe I'll rewind it. Let me take this down so I could say goodbye to all of you. Thanks for being here. I'll be here again tomorrow night, 9 p.m., working on this same blanket. You can find me all the places. Thanks for being here. Ugh. Have a really great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.